Hi, I'm Khalil Brown, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the social penetration theory created by Erwin Altman and Thomas Taylor. First, I'm going to start you off with a definition of social penetration, which is the process of developing deeper intimacy with another person through mutual self disclosure and other forms of vulnerability. Remember when Shrek told Donkey that there's more to ogres than he thinks, and Donkey asked for an example, and Shrek told him that ogres are like onions because they have layers? Well, that's exactly what Altman and Taylor compared this to people's personality structure. Onions. So, ogres are like you and I, sort of. Your outer layer is your beliefs and feelings about self, others, and the world. It describes who your public self is. That's accessible to anyone who cares to look at you. Your inner layers are more vulnerable, protected, and central to your self-image. It's made up of your values, self-concept, and deeply felt emotions. Only revealing these type of things to the people who you are close to. We become accessible to others as we relax these inner layers that are protected and make us vulnerable. This is not very easy to do and can be scary, however, but this will allow us to draw closer to other people. If you allow them to penetrate below the surface or peel back these layers of the onion, then a strong relationship can form or begin to form. Closeness through self-disclosure, or sharing personal history, preferences, values, secrets, etc., can be very important in building this relationship. According to social penetration theory, there is a limit in which two people can get between each other because there is a permanent guard between them. This brings us to the depth of penetration or degree of disclosure in a specific area of an individual's life. Altman and Taylor broke this down into 4 parts. First part is that preferable items are exchanged sooner and more frequently than private information. Basically, you will be much more prone to share these outer layer things than these inner layer things, because this will allow for further peeling back of the onion as you go through this process of building a relationship. Second is that self-disclosure is reciprocal. The theory predicts that new acquaintances will reach roughly equal levels of openness. Then the law of reciprocity, says that openness in one person leads to openness in another. Third is that penetration is rapid at the start when you are first getting to meet someone, but slows down as the inner layers are reached. And last is that deep penetration is a gradual process of layers by layer withdrawal. Relationships deteriorate if we begin to close off areas that we have already opened to our acquaintance. The breadth of penetration is also equally as important as the depth of penetration. That breadth of penetration is being open about the range of areas in your life in which disclosure takes place. Now, to determine if there will be a strong relationship between two people just meeting each other, Altman and Taylor borrowed from the idea of social exchange. The concept of both parties' evaluations based on perceived rewards and costs of interaction with each other. This brings us to relational outcome. Rewards minus costs, and factoring all the plus and minuses of reaching out to another person and being open with them and trying to build a relationship. This goes along with the concept of Minimax principle of human behavior, which is people seeking to maximize their benefits and minimize their costs. If we find more benefits than costs in a relationship, we will begin to reveal who we are to this person. If the negatives outweigh the positives, then we'll try to avoid this person at all costs. Our relational history establishes our CL, or standard for relational satisfaction, which is how we evaluate relationship outcomes. Judging relationships based off past experiences and sequences, which also play a large part in this as well, and results of interactions from a person's memories and stored up all together from past experiences. Our CL alt is the other standard we evaluate relationship outcomes by. This is your evaluation of relationships in the current moment in time, and your other friends or interactions with other people that you're surrounded by. Together, the CL and CL alt explain why some people are in relationships that they are not satisfied by. Social penetration theory is also linked with the concept of ethical egoism, the belief that individuals should live their lives to maximize their own pleasure and minimize their own pain, which is very similar to what we discussed earlier about maximize principle of human behavior. The dialectic module suggests that the assumption that people want privacy and intimacy in their social relationships. This meaning experiencing a tension between disclosure and withdrawal. This is caused by tension in openness and closeness. Sometimes the environment guides our decision to disclose as well. The type of setting you're in or discussing the environment you are in. This we may manipulate our environment as well to meet our own privacy and disclosure goals. The last thing I'll talk about is tutorial bounds, which are also very important in social penetration. A tendency to claim a physical location or object as our own, and being able to have your own privacy, but being able to be open and inviting to others so we can build new relationships with people that we meet. That is all for today. Thank you for listening as I explained to you the social penetration theory. Hope you enjoyed.